Hello, and welcome to this week's worth of videos. I'm not going to talk to you in these videos. I'm going to use your textbook um, to help walk through. Today we're going to be talking about geography of Italy and Rome's earliest days. So if you want to open up your textbook to page 364. 364. I know my book is right now on 365, but I'm going to use this map to reference what 364 talks about. So I wanted to have it open to this. So we're going to start with 364. So we talked a lot about Greece, which Greece is close to here, but is not Italy. There's a difference between those. Greece and Italy, not the same. Greece is over here. So this is Italy. Now, around 800 BC, a small settlement called Rome was built along this Tiber River. This settlement became the world's largest city and the center of what it was a massive Roman Empire. Something that was around during the Bible, during biblical times. So Rome is what we would call a peninsula, and the fact that most of Italy is what we would call a peninsula because most of it is surrounded by water, and that's what a peninsula is. Rome is part of Italy. People can usually always recognize Italy when they look at a map because the country Italy looks like a boot. So if you see a boot, that's Italy, and Rome is in Italy. It also has the Alps in Italy as well. Separates Italy from the rest of Europe, and then a mountain range called the Apennines, right here, runs down the center of Italy. Even though Italy has a lot of mountains and volcanoes as well, it's not as much as Greece. And so while Greece was separated with city-states because it was hard to travel from city-state to city-state, Rome was able to be a lot more united. Italy has also several large flat plains, giving the land plenty of land that you could use for farming. And the volcanoes around, because Italy has a lot of volcanoes, helped make soil fertile. And you can kind of see the high parts of Italy based off of this key. There be orange and yellow. And then the around sea level, those flat parts right here, the green colors. But yes, ancient Rome is part of a region that they call Latium. Sorry. The region gave its name to the Latin people. The Latins were a group of people who lived in Rome and in neighboring cities. The language they spoke was also called Latin. Latin is what we would classify as a dead language today, although this language is the root of a lot of other languages today. So a lot of other languages came up from the Latin language. Have you heard of any Latin? Yes, carpe diem. Good job. That's one of them. Seize the day. All right. I thought before we would go into the second section, we would take a brief timeout and do the Dutch word for Tuesday, May 5th. So, do you know what noise a cow makes? Moo. Yes. Well, that's this word for today. Moo means tired. Moo means tired. And it's not mo, it's moo. And if you want to say I am tired, you would say ik ben, like from last week, ik ben moe. So I am tired. Ik ben moe. And let me tell you, right now, ik ben moe. So make sure you write that down. It's going to be on your homework. Alrighty. Before we talk about Rome's earliest days, I wanted you to just highlight the region of Latium that Rome was included in, where they spoke the language of Latin. Right here in this red color. All right. So, historians do not know how Rome was founded. However, there's a myth or a legend about the beginning of Rome. That is, Rome was founded by twins named Romulus and Remus. Their mother was a Latin princess in that region. The twins' father was Mars, the god of war. In Greek mythology, the god of war is Ares. However, Mars is the god of war in Roman mythology. The king of the Latin princess was jealous of the twins, and he had the babies placed into a basket and thrown into the Tiber, that river that is by Rome. They were saved from death by a she-wolf, and then those twins were raised by a shepherd. As adults, the twins gathered a group of men and found a new city. However, they didn't get along, and Romulus ended up killing Remus. Romulus lived and gave his name to the city he built, Rome. This is a very interesting story. It has, and it is a story. I would like to point that out because the next line says, historians don't believe this legend. There weren't two twin brothers that had the father of the god of war that were put in a basket and thrown into a river, and then one killed the other. Historians do not believe this. They do not believe that that's how Rome was started. However, Romans believed their city had a special origin and was connected to the gods, similar to Greek gods, Roman gods. Archaeologists discovered that people first settled in Rome around 800 BC, and they built villages on the seven hills looking over the Tiber River, where the river flows into the sea. Over time, that small town was able to grow into a small city. At this time, you should be able to answer question 10, only question 10, and the Dutch word of the day for this lesson. Tomorrow, there's going to be a lot more questions, and we'll be going through the city grows, and from monarchy to republic, and the people of Italy. Have a nice day.